There is a lot of drama going on in the CS2 Pro scene right now, and a lot of really popular players are now staging protests because of what is going on. Before we get into that, I just wanted to remind you that I am hosting a giveaway for this Huntsman Autotronic in field tested condition. $250 value. To enter, all you have to do is make sure that you're subscribed and leave a comment down below. I'll be picking the winner as soon as we hit 5,000 subscribers. Since there are pretty much no updates being added to CS2 right now, this is pretty much the most interesting situation that is going on. And honestly, it's pretty crazy once you understand exactly what is going on. So basically, there is a new CS2 esports event going on very soon. It is actually happening right now, but at the time of this, it was a couple of days before. It was called the Blast Fall Final. And this is a huge tournament where all of the best teams in the world play against each other. And the team Astralis actually did something pretty crazy. So they have a player on their team called Bro, and they actually did an emergency sub for him. Basically, Bro couldn't attend Blast Fall Final for one reason or another. So what Astralis did was they emergency subbed him for Cadian. Now this might not seem like a big deal to you, but to a lot of the pro players this is a big deal because normally whenever you sub in a player, you have to announce it way beforehand. Because most of the teams, FaZe in specific, pretty much study how other teams play and they play the map accordingly. So FaZe will basically study how Astralis plays the game, and then whenever they have a match against Astralis, they will play accordingly according to how they know Astralis plays so that they can hopefully obviously win the game. Well, whenever there's an emergency sub like this, it kind of changes how the whole entire team will play, and certain pro players see it as not fair because they didn't have any time to prepare. Well, after this situation happened and basically there was no response, pretty much Astralis was sticking to their guns, saying that they were indeed going to keep Cadian in their roster as an emergency sub. Kerrigan tweeted and he said, "I might be unfit for Blast Media tomorrow," basically saying that he's not showing up to the media day and he is not giving Blast any interviews to generate hype for the event as a type of protest or a boycott. And then a whole ton of other in-game leaders, which are basically more or less the leaders of the whole entire team, tweeted out this same exact phrase and boycotted and protested the Blast Fall Final. As you can see here, Twists tweeted the same exact phrase only 4 minutes after Kerrigan did, and then Snappy tweeted it, and then Apex tweeted it afterwards, and there have actually been a couple of more. So all of these in-game leaders did not show up to Blast Media. And after all of these in-game leaders didn't show up to Blast Media, HLTV basically tweeted an article about this saying 7 captains unite to protest Blast Astralis decision in an open letter. And Kerrigan quote tweeted this and said, "Happy with how our statement came across, and obviously we're not happy about the decision. We will get into the decision very soon, so don't worry about that." And then Kerrigan said, "This can eventually set a really bad precedent for the future with roster changes. Thanks to all the in-game leaders here at Blast for standing up and speaking out on this matter." So a lot of people were really upset with this decision. And I honestly don't know if they were upset with Astralis or Blast more. It seems like they were more upset with Blast because Astralis was just trying to do anything that they could do to actually get into the tournament. Obviously, one of their players, Bro, wasn't going to show up, and they can't just play every single game as a 4v5 or else they obviously have no chances of winning the tournament. So they pretty much asked Blast for permission if they could sub in Cadian, and Blast gave them the go-ahead. As we can see here, the official Blast response is that "we have been given no reason to question Astralis' original statement to us, and the decision to allow them to use an emergency substitute stands." So basically, Blast is sticking to their guns and saying that Cadian is indeed allowed to play as a emergency sub. And as you can see here, this is the whole entire statement. Now I'm not going to read all of it. Basically summed up, all they're saying is that Astralis did not break any rules and they completely approve the emergency sub. And the really ironic part about this is that the first game that Astralis played with Cadian in their roster, they got completely demolished. They got 13-0'd in their first game in Blast against Vitality, who Apex, which we were speaking about earlier, is the in-game leader for. They got completely demolished. I mean, they didn't even get one round. And everyone was worried because they thought that this would make Astralis overpowered if they had a new unpredictable player on their roster, but it seems like they're not playing very good at all. I mean, it doesn't seem like it, they just flat out aren't playing very good. Every single player on Astralis died every single round of that game. They couldn't get one win on either side. Let me know down in the comments your opinions on this situation. situation. I definitely will be interested to hear your guys' takes, because on one side I can kind of agree with what Kerrigan was saying with the fact that this could set a really bad precedent, because teams could just switch out players a day or 2 days before the event and basically make their gameplay super unpredictable and have an unfair advantage. But I can also see Blast's point of view, saying that if a team qualifies for the Blast Fall event, that if one of the people on that team gets sick, it shouldn't ruin it for the whole entire team and they should be allowed to make a substitute. Honestly, I don't know which side to be on in this situation, so definitely let me know down in the comments below your opinions on exactly how this should have been handled. By the way guys, we now have a Discord where I am doing a ton of giveaways. The most recent giveaway winner was actually just picked last week, and I will be doing a new giveaway next week, so if that is something that you are interested in, definitely make sure to join. The link will be down in the description below. It is also just a really cool place to hang out and talk with like-minded people, and also stay in the know about news relating to CS2, as I post most of the stuff that I make videos about in the Discord beforehand. Also, YouTube tells me that up to 90% of people watching this video right now are not subscribed, so if you just checked and you aren't, please make sure to hit that sub button and click the bell so that you never miss another upload. Thank you guys so much for watching to the end of the video. It really means the world to me, and I'll see you in the next one.